close to this place. Not this place.
The President's agenda.
This morning I finding the...
Morning everybody again. Allow me to start by firstly expressing my warmest thanks to my good friend Commissioner Avramopoulos, the Minister of Interior, Defense of Malta, also to the other members of the government for their very warm hospitality. It's not the very first time in Malta. I've been here many times before in my previous life, and you all know that it's a country line that I have in my heart. So more than happy today to start, inaugurate our cooperation in view of the upcoming Maltese presidency. We had, as I said before, very fruitful and constructive discussions during these 2 days, and Carmelo before depicted in an excellent way the framework of our cooperation in view of these very, very crucial 6 months of the Maltese presidency. Let me tell you that Malta has a very important task ahead. It will take,
we said the presidency, it will take up the presidency of the Council of the European Union on January 1st, 2017, in a period which many challenges will persist on migration, borders and security. I was really pleased to hear during the meetings I had yesterday and today that all these topics will feature highly on the political agenda of the Maltese presidency. I have repeatedly said during the last days that this presidency is not business as usual. It is one of the most important and crucial presidencies of the last 40 years. We have quite some more challenges ahead of us, and the European Commission remains committed to support, help and collaborate closely with Malta as well as with the current Slovak presidency. Malta, as we all know, has been dealing with the migratory phenomenon for a long time and has great experience in this area. Malta is also hosting the offices of the European Asylum Support Office, EASO, which I visited yesterday and met with the staff and their executive director, José Carreira. I hereby wish to commend EASO and its staff and management, which are doing an excellent job under immense pressure, both in Italy and in Greece. Malta is making a significant contribution to the Union's operations in the Mediterranean to identify and process all those who arrive in the European Union seeking protection. We have proposed to boost its mandate and turn it into a fully fledged European Asylum Agency, which will have an even more central role to play in managing the European Union's asylum and migration policy in the future. In addition, Malta has been the country where the Valletta summit in November 2015, together with the African leaders, the European Union has put the basis for a closer cooperation with the African countries. I would like to reiterate what I have repeatedly said in the past, that Malta is an example of commitment, resilience and respect towards European values and laws. This is valid not just for migration, but for all our endeavors, including also on border management and improving our security policies. In addition to our proposed asylum reform, in addition to carrying out implementation on the ground with relocations, resettlement, readmission and returns, and in addition to the recently launched European Borders and Coast Guard, which will be fully operational by the time Malta takes over the presidency, we also have a lot of homework on our path towards a genuine and effective security union. Fighting terrorism in all its aspects remains a critical priority for the safety and the cohesion of the European Union. We need to make sure that all our systems and tools are interconnected and future-proof in order to ensure the right level of security for the citizens of the European Union. Dear friends, the European Union and its member states remain committed to stay active and improve its policies on migration, security, fight against terrorism and radicalization, but also on the management of its external borders and cooperation with international partners. I trust that Malta will continue and improve the European Union's work in all these fields during its presidency. I want to reassure that Malta can count on the Commission's full support in this endeavour, and I look forward to cooperating very closely with you and your colleagues, my dear friend Carmelo, in the coming months.
In the aftermath of the attempted coup in Turkey, the country is seeming more like a dictatorship than a parliamentary democracy, and there have been a number of arrests made over the past weeks. How can the Commission trust Turkey with the very sensitive role of dealing with the migrant crisis, or it seems to be unable to offer basic rights to themselves?
We are following the developments in Turkey with attention. As you said, we are in the aftermath of an attempted coup. And we really want to see the results, tangible results, in the field of our cooperation with Turkey. The EU-Turkey deal works. Minister referred to that before. And we have very positive results. The numbers have subsided dramatically during the last year. Just remind you that last year more than 10,000 people were crossing, mostly refugees, the Aegean Sea to come over to Europe. Now the number has gone down, have dropped to 50 to 100 per day, a very manageable situation. This has to continue, but we are not only for that. We really wish Turkey to move ahead and to come back to the full normality. Turkey is surrounded by many problems and by many threats. ISIS, PKK from China, a lot of terrorist attacks, and the situation politically is still volatile within the country. We really want to see a democratic Turkey coming closer to Europe, and of course enhancing and deepening more our cooperation with the Turkish authorities, but also with the Turkish people. Given this very difficult, complex, and volatile situation in this part of the world, with instability all across the arc from Tunisia to Ukraine, we understand that we really need to have a stable Turkey on our side. We work on that, and I believe that Turkey will respond positively to the requirements that the European Union has put in order to deepen our cooperation. A good sign is that 65 out of 74 benchmarks met by the European Union 1 year ago have already been met by Turkey, which proves that there is willingness, and Turkey is very keen to come closer to Europe. The doors of cooperation are open. We really want to see a stable and democratic Turkey coming back to normality and much closer to Europe.